For this craft, I just started with a blank Easter egg sign, cut the tag off, and then applied a coat of matte Mod Podge. It's just, I always use matte, but I'm sure any Mod Podge would work. Just a generous coat over the entire front surface of that Easter egg. And then you're gonna set that aside to dry before decoupaging your napkin. So while that is drying, I went ahead and made my corrugated cardboard bunny. So I just printed out, like do a Google image search for a bunny shape, and then colored on the back with a pencil so that I could transfer the image over onto my cardboard. So if you color pencil on the back, when you flip it over and then trace the outline of your bunny, it'll transfer the pencil marking or the pencil lead onto the cardboard. And then from there you can cut it out. So this is a little tricky. I had a really thick, stiff piece of cardboard. Maybe I should have used thinner cardboard, but this is what I had available. So I just used my heavy duty craft scissors. And the most important thing is keep one side nice looking with nice smooth edges. And then the back can be completely trashed. That's fine. That's not a big deal because you're going to separate the layers, but you just want the front to be nice. And so I got that all cut out, and then I just grabbed a little bit of water and a scrub rag and I wet the back of the bunny. So you can see it's all like kind of gnarly on the back there with not great crisp edges, but that's fine. Got it a little bit wet, let it sit for 2 or 3 minutes, and then that layer of cardboard peeled right off, leaving that corrugated pattern. So you have a cute little corrugated bunny. And by that time, my Mod Podge had dried, so I took my napkin, separated the plies, so you just have the top layer of the napkin, and lay that down over your surface. There are some creases in this, so I started in the center and worked my way out. So just protect your napkin with a piece of parchment paper. I used my mini heat press, but an iron with no steam would work just fine. And then I started in the center and I worked my way out to reduce the number of wrinkles and creases. But I just made sure that I covered over the whole surface of that sign, and what the heat does is it reactivates the Mod Podge, so then your napkin will stick. And then from there, thank you, pro tip, to whoever left the comment on a previous video where I was using a sanding block. I just used a little nail file, so you can get a packet of nail files from Dollar Tree, and just filed away or sanded away all of that excess napkin around the edge of the egg. And then I painted the bunny with some lavender chalk paint to coordinate with the napkin, but use whatever paint color you like to match whatever napkin you like. And then it was time to embellish my little sign. So I had this ribbon here that has this little mini pom-poms all along the edge there. And so I flipped the Easter egg over and used my hot glue gun and worked in small sections and hot glued that ribbon all the way around the back of the egg so that then the pom-poms will show on the front side. You'll see here I kind of messed up. I did too long of a line, and because it was such a thin line of hot glue, it hardened almost immediately. So don't make that mistake. So work in very small sections and glue as you go. But then once I had all of that ribbon glued down, then it was just time to hot glue my little corrugated bunny in place. Just 2 dabs of hot glue there and centered the bunny right on that egg sign. And then I trimmed away some of that excess ribbon, so I just had more of the pom-poms on my little ribbon there. And this was too thick to make a tiny bow with, so I didn't actually knot the bow. I just kind of made a figure 8 and hot glued that in place. So I just like hot glued one end and then hot glued my figure 8 shape right over it to make a bow at the bunny's neck, and that was it. So here's my finished little Easter craft project. I hope you enjoyed watching this craft come together. Until next time, happy making!